Hi guys, welcome back to Say Hello to Me. I'm Jaime and today we are going to get ready with me. So we're gonna go over this whole look. So if you are interested in learning about how I do my everyday makeup routine, go ahead and stay tuned. Boo. Just kidding. Cause I know I look good with or without makeup, okay? Ain't nothing scurry here. So on the days or more so evenings, I don't really wear makeup during the day often, that I wear makeup, I will always wash my face first and then moisturize. So I've already done both of those. I use the Body Shop Aloe Soothing Day Cream. That is my like go-to moisturizer. I've tried to switch it up with other moisturizers and it just doesn't work. So that's what I do. Then I use Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. So I know that like, obviously I'm gonna use this afterwards and this is usually the end of my process. But for some reason when I wear it like first, like underneath, I feel like it just makes my skin look a little bit dewier and more like, I don't know, glowy. So I just spray it on. Got a little bit in my mouth. But I spray it on. And then I just let it kind of soak in for a second. Do a little jig, a little dance break. And then I move forward. So I use NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Walnut. This is the GOAT, y'all. Like, I know I just said that my face lotion was the GOAT. Maybe my whole makeup routine is the GOAT, okay? So this concealer, my best friend put me on. She was like, you gotta go for NARS. So I was like, okay, so I tried it and it changed the game. Like I have, as you can see, like dark circles, dark. So I feel like NARS is like A1 as far as getting these dark circles to somewhat disappear. I feel like whenever I watch makeup tutorials on YouTube, like the makeup artist will be done and it's like their faces look face-tuned and mine doesn't. So if that's what you're here for, move along. But I do look popping. I mean, it's just that I don't feel like I can really perfect the like matte under eye, but at least with NARS it makes it a little bit easier. So I just put it on my face like this. And yes, I'm putting on the concealer, at least this layer of concealer, before my foundation, because I feel like when I do this, it masks some of the darkness a little bit better than when I just do foundation and then like move on from there. Excuse me, I am a little sick. So I take my beauty blender. I have two beauty blenders. One, I don't really know why I do this. I think it's like something, I don't know, in my brain, but I like to have a beauty blender for concealer and a beauty blender, switch. A beauty blender for concealer and a beauty blender for foundation. It just so happens that one is lighter than the other. So I could never forget. And then I just blot this all in. That is blotted in, or I don't know if blotted is the right word, but whatever. So that's all blended in. And next, I'm going to take my foundation. And so I used to wear like expensive, not necessarily expensive, but I used to like go to like all the counters at like Bloomingdale's or like MAC and like typically buy all my makeup from there. And then I just started realizing that like I don't wear makeup enough to be spending all this money on makeup and then like you're supposed to replenish your makeup because it can like go bad. I don't know how often, but you're just supposed to do it. And so I was just like, why am I spending all this money when I can literally count on like two hands how often I wear makeup? So I decided to kind of start experimenting with drugstore makeup, and I found this gem, which is Maybelline Fit Me Dewy Smooth Normal to Dry Fit Me Foundation. And this is in the color Mocha. And it is the bomb, guys. Like, I feel like when I was using some other foundations, I guess it wasn't like a dewy type of foundation and it just ended up making my skin like wash completely out. And I feel like this foundation is like it says, dewy. So I usually just take it and put it on my palm, or my, what is this called? The upside of your palm? Hand? Who knows what that's called? Comment below if you know what the other side of your palm is called. Questions that need answers. Okay, so I just put a little bit on my, whatever this is called. And then I take this brush from Sephora. It's a Sephora 202 multitasker face brush. And then I just kind of like blot the brush into the product on my hand. And then I just circle it in on my face. And I put it all over my face. And the cool thing about this is, like, one, you saw how much product I use. Like, I really don't need that much product. One, I'm gonna be real with y'all, okay? One reason why I really don't like to use a lot of product on my face is because 9 times out of 10, I forget to take off my makeup at night because I don't wear it often enough. So the days that I wear makeup, I forget, and then I fall asleep and I'm like, what happened to me? When I wake up in the morning, because I look at my pillow and I'm like, whoa. And I have white pillows, y'all, so I'd be waking up like, no, this is horrific. Like, it's just not okay. And then I wake up with pimples. Like, nobody wants that. So the lighter the makeup, I don't really know what this analogy was gonna be, but the lighter the makeup, I feel like the less that ends up on your pillow when you forget to take it off. And you look more natural. I mean, I don't look very natural right now. I look a little weird right now, but just y'all wait. Almost done. Not really. I have quite a few steps left, but okay. Let's keep it going. So I blend it all in. I blend it into my neck. I blend. So I feel like we're good. And we can always put more on. Like, that's the cool part about starting with less. You can always put more on. So next step, I take the same NARS concealer that I used previously, which was the NARS in Walnut. And then I mix it with this ColourPop concealer, which is super similar to my skin tone, and it's in deep dark. And ColourPop is bomb, y'all. Like, if you never use ColourPop, my mama swears by ColourPop, they are the bomb. So I just take one like swipe of the NARS, which is the lighter one, and I put it on like the portions of under my eyes that are like, it's like they're raised because they're bags, but they're like a little bit more raised. So I feel like putting it here kind of like masks it a little more. And then I put the concealer color that's a little bit more similar to my tone, like on the other sides. And then I use my handy dandy beauty blender and I just blend it all in. I blot that, blend that in, and then that's my face. So next step, which I love, my bae. This is the Glossier, or is it Glossier? I don't know. Which one is it? Glossier or Glossier? Comment below if you know which one it is. And it's their Cloud Paint in Storm. And so I started using this as my blush because I was noticing that when I was using a powder brush and like I was putting on my foundation and I was like setting it with powder, and then I'm like gonna set my under eyes with powder as well. Like, it was just a lot of powder. Like, it was a lot of coatings of powder, and I just felt like I looked really chalky. So I was trying to find a product that was a little bit more on like the dewy side, which is what I mentioned earlier. Like, I just really needed something that was like dewy and made me look more alive. So I put this amount on my palm, whatever this is called, other side of my palm. And then I just blot the end of my beauty blender, my foundation beauty blender. And then I just smile and blot. And you really don't need that much. I feel like because I do have high cheekbones, sometimes when I wear like too much of something, like if I highlight too much, if I use too much blush, like I just look fake. Ain't nothing fake about me, okay? So yeah, that's what I like. That's what I like. That's what I like. So I might put a little more on after I set my eyes with my One True Love, which is Laura Mercier translucent powder. powder. It's just the bomb. And I really don't use that much, mainly because if I do, like I said, I look a little bit too fake. So I will take like the teeny tiniest amount and I will just blot it. I'll do a little more. Blot it on each side, just under my under eyes. And I know that people bake, which is cool, like it works for some people. Baking does not work for me. Like if I bake, you can tell I baked. Like I'll take a picture and it'll look like I had like clumps of setting powder under my eyes. Like I don't know why baking like sits on my face like that, but it does. So no baking for me. But I just wipe that off. And I do it kind of in like circles, but I also like swipe it off. Let's just make sure that it's like an even distribution. And then, what's next? I'm not gonna use, what's it called? Contour. I'm not gonna contour. I mean, I'm not really going like out. I'm just kind of like hanging out. So I feel like if I'm gonna do like a full contour, it might just be doing the most. This is kind of more like an everyday, like just chilling face look. So I'm gonna go in for my eyes and I'm gonna curl my lashes. I know that some people wear false lashes often. I wear false lashes sometimes. I don't have like the individual false lashes. I'll wear strip lashes sometimes. But it's all dependent on what I'm doing and where I'm going. I love a good lash. A lash can literally change your whole face. But like I said, it's kind of more of a daytime look, so I'm not going to do a whole lash. But I am going to use L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, y'all. Let me tell you, this mascara has gotten me through thick and thin, okay? Thick and thin. It just is bomb. Like it makes your lashes, like let's do it before and after. So this is my lashes. You see? This is my lashes after L'Oreal. Like I typically will like kind of swipe them on and then I'll do like a little shimmy to make sure that it's like evenly distributed as well as like volumizing. But I've heard that I have a lot of lashes, they're just not that long. But I mean, look at that, look. Do you see that? Wow. They're just amazing. Like this is the product of my life. It's one staple that like I don't really switch up in my little makeup kit, which is, as you can see, quite little, just because it's always #1. So I probably have used like 5 different mascaras in my whole life. And one time I used waterproof mascara. Literally, it was the worst moment of my life. Have y'all ever tried to get waterproof mascara off? Like, and especially if you thought it was regular mascara, and then you're like, oh, let me wash my face, and you're like, oh my god, literally won't come off my eyes. Like, that is the scariest moment ever. It's like, what's gonna happen to my eyes? I've been there. I don't know about y'all, but I've been there. So I'm gonna do a little bit on my bottom lashes, which is just the same kind of thing, just like a little shimmy. And ooh, there you have it. Lashes complete. And I don't curl after. I know some people do, but I don't like the way my lashes look when I like to curl them before, but whenever I curl them after, I just feel like they look, I don't know, weird. And this is the last step before I do my lip, which is literally the most crucial step, guys. If you haven't been listening up until now, listen, okay? Listen in, come close, listen. The toothbrush is the key to your face. No, this is not from my mouth, as you can see. It's disgusting. It's actually not, it's just makeup. But I personally personally have really thick eyebrows. I don't draw on my eyebrows, I don't fill them in. I guess I could, and I'm sure that they look crazy right now because I haven't gotten them done, but I'm trying to grow them out because this girl messed this one up. You know who you are, I don't like you. I'm sorry, I need to repent. I don't dislike you, I just feel like you messed up my eyebrows. So I'm growing them out, which for me is a week. Like, growing out my eyebrows doesn't take that long because they grow really fast, but I always brush them, because they have a mind of their own. Like when I was little, my dad used to like brush my eyebrows with his fingers so hard. Get those down, get those down. And they just have a mind of their own. And sometimes I have a little extra product, and this is the trick. If you get some product on your eyebrows and you don't want them to look like that, lick your pinkies and just you have to make that noise too, or else it doesn't work. And yeah, so I got kind of the crazy eyebrows going on right now, but works for me. So I was thinking about doing a little highlight, but I am going to do a little highlight. Y'all know I couldn't stay away. Good highlight. So this is MAC Shaft of Gold. It is the bomb. It's literally the only highlighter I own. Then I just take the other end of this Sephora 202 brush. That is how I do the highlight. And I just swipe it on here. And then I just do a little bit of a swipe, so it kind of looks like a line. But I just kind of, I really have no idea what I'm doing. I just kind of paint it like that. And then I use the same Rite Aid brush. Oh, sorry. I'm back. I use the same Rite Aid brush, and I just like blend it in like that. So it's like a subtle highlight. Oh, but it's still popping though. Oh, and I use a little bit on the tip of my nose too, just to make my little nose pop. Woo. Okay, so that's the end of my face. Now we are going to end with the number one, which is the lip. So I am infamous for losing lipsticks. I literally don't know where any of my lipsticks are. I literally have no idea. So I typically just make it up. So what I do is I take the concealer from ColourPop, which is the deep dark, and I just block like 2 little blocks on my lips. And oh, I forgot to mention, I started off with Burt's Bees. Burt's is the goat, y'all. So Burt's Bees is on the bottom of here, and then I just use some of the concealer. And even just like that, I mean, it's too like similar to my actual skin tone, so I wouldn't just wear it like this. But even just like this is super cute. So I take this, which is the Revlon. When I tell y'all I love drugstore products, love. I take the Revlon in Supernatural, I think is what it's called. Yeah, Supernatural lip gloss, and I just put it on over the concealer. And it is like the perfect little nudie, brown girl nude. Brown girl nude. And then to really top it off, I take the gloss. Have we figured out, is it Glossier or Glossier? Because I need to know. But regardless, I'm gonna call it Glossier because I'm about to make my lips a little glossier. And I just put the product on my pinky, mainly because I don't want to make the applicator all brown from the concealer. And then I just blot some of this gloss on. Oh, and you see how it just takes this pop to a whole nother level? My lip gloss is cool. My lip gloss be popping. Ooh, so you see? Yes. Okay, let me just get myself all together and I'm gonna show y'all the final look, okay? Ta-da! So guys, I'm gonna go and probably have some dinner, but thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, you know what to do. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, why not? Might as well subscribe today. So go ahead and subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and you can hit the bell button if you're interested in watching more videos of mine, which are soon to come. So thanks so much for coming and saying hello to me, and I'll see you next time.